This family's dirt poor. They're slicing bread so thin it's like paper. That bit of food's their rations for the whole year. Now they can only barely hang on. The duck got 2 thick slices, but as a former wealthy person, you can see the disappointment in its eyes. When the duck thought about living this kind of life, he lost control and went crazy eating the bowls and dishes. The mouse and the big dog quickly tried to stop him. The starving duck had lost all reason. He even tried to eat the family cow raw. Fortunately, the mouse and dog stopped him. The duck suggested selling the cow for food, or they wouldn't make it through the year. That night, these two were thinking about all kinds of food. Finally, a decent meal. The mouse came back, but he had traded the cow for a mysterious box and proudly showed it off. The duck was frightened when he heard and angrily slapped the box away. 3 peas rolled into the floor cracks and disappeared without a trace. But they didn't know that by nighttime, those beans sprouted like magic. Leaves and branches were everywhere, breaking through the roof and flying toward the moonlight. They twisted and turned, becoming giant vines. They lifted the house, piercing the clouds, shooting straight up into the sky. At the end was a castle. The 3 brothers excitedly woke up and rushed over without hesitation. This place was wild and natural. Everything was giant animals and plants. Just then, an 8-foot-tall mosquito attacked them. The next second, a giant fish swallowed it whole. In the nick of time, the mouse used the big dog like a boat. They reached the shore and crashed into a wall. It turned out it wasn't a wall but castle steps. Working together like professionals, they climbed the 8-foot steps and reached the castle door at all costs. To see the secrets inside, they squeezed through the door gap and saw a giant table covered with all sorts of food. They couldn't resist. The first thing they did after climbing onto the table was eat and drink heartily. Then a sweet female voice rang out. They rushed to the box to check. Inside was the harvest sprite. Having it, your life will be free from want. Suddenly, a several hundred-pound giant came patting a ball over, sat by the table, and picked up knife and fork to eat. He ate everything on the table. The dog and duck cleverly hid using disguise. The mouse wasn't so lucky. Hidden in a sandwich, it was choked by pepper and escaped. The giant chased it everywhere, with nowhere to run. The mouse yelled at its partners to fight back. That just gave the giant a chance to catch them. The giant liked keeping pets, so he didn't hurt them. He stuffed them and the harvest sprite into a box and put the box on a high shelf. The giant completely didn't notice the mouse had already slipped out. He carelessly locked the box, thinking about swallowing the key, but didn't. It was too much trouble to get it back. He put it in his pocket, but the sprite sang a lullaby to him, and he soon fell asleep. The mouse seized the opportunity and grabbed a rope from the shelf, sliding toward the giant following the sprite's direction. He found the key in his pocket, but it accidentally popped the lid. The pepper and the strong smell woke the giant, but he was too tired to notice anything. The mouse climbed back up the rope, risked it all and successfully unlocked the box, rescuing his friends. They could have left directly with the sprite. The mouse's OCD kicked in, making him notice the giant's loose shoelace. It had to be tied tight this time. The giant really woke up. His cold eyes scared the mouse into running, and then this heart-pounding chase began. After some twists and turns, came to the vine. The mouse set a trap with the vine. The careless giant stumbled and fell hard. The impact sent the mouse flying, but it only slightly delayed the giant. At the critical moment, the mouse zoomed down the vine like lightning. The angry giant chased relentlessly, right at the wire. Everyone started sawing through the vine. The clever mouse landed in time and jumped up to help. The vine snapped instantly. The giant, suspended in midair, let go and fell, ultimately smashing to pieces.